In today's video, I'm going to be going over the axe. The axe is rather simple, as you can see by the lack of combo. Anyway, I'll first off ignore the fact that I use the Xbox controls and PlayStation controller. Also, you will notice I have it set to the Hunter preset instead of the regular Dauntless, so if you're using controller, button inputs are going to be different. So, first off, let's go over the X's two basic moves. We got the vertical attack, and then the horizontal one. As you can see, each have a charge level. The higher you charge it, the more damage it will do. We'll also notice that each time you charge it, it takes stamina. Axe is a weapon that you will have to keep an eye on your stamina with. You'll be able to do attacks even without stamina. However, you will get yourself into some bad situations. Now, let's go over the Axe's two combos. Vertical Reaper, as you can see, also known as the Wood Chopper combo, which also takes stamina, and once you run out of stamina, you will no longer be able to do the combo. Now as for Horizontal Edge, as you can see, first part of the combo, you're able to just move around as you charge. Then it goes into a stationary combo. However, in reality, you are not going to be using either of these two combos if you want to use Axe the correct way. Instead, you are going to want to combine the two combos into one. You're going to want to do the first half of Vertical Ripper, that part, into the second half of Horizontal Edge. That is going to be the combo that you are going to be mainly using. Really the only combo you're going to be using. Now, that's really it for combos. So, let's go on to mods. Actually, let's cover specials first. So, the one you have by default, Flight of Ruin. Pause to read. So, before you can activate your special, you need to build up some meter. As you can see in the top left, as I perform charged attacks, meter goes up. The more they are charged, the more meter you will gain. Now, as for Flight of Ruin, when you activate your special, you will throw your axe, and it will chase you. Then you can reactivate it again to perform a slam. Now, Axe has a mechanic called Determination. As you can see in the top left, it is at level 1. giving me an additional 13% damage. To get it up a level, you first have to land your special, like so, and it levels up. Now it's at plus 30%. Now, if we go ahead and do it again, we can get to level 3. Stop. Now, by default, level 3 is the highest you can go, getting you to plus 50% damage. As you can see here, stuck at level 3, unless you have a specific mod that we will go over later. Now, let's go over the second special, Grim Onslaught. Again, pause to read. This is going to be your main Axe special, as it is just hands down the best. With Flight of Ruin, as you saw when you throw your axe, you can call it back, or it will just come back to you naturally. Grim Onslaught, however, you will just throw it. And if you saw, when the axe hit the training dummy, I gained some special, or some meter, as you will see again. Then, you can catch it to get even more meter. Now, to level up your determination with Grim Onslaught, you just have to have full meter and throw it at the dummy. You will also notice that because I had full meter, the axe throw did more damage. As I will show you here. No full meter, just 1900. And now, with full meter, 4000. As you can see, it's a big difference. Grim Onslaught is just the best special, regardless of what you're going for, unless you're trying to have fun, which that falls into your hands on which one you think is the best. Now, let's go over the last one, Relentless Onslaught. Again, pause to read. This one is basically Grim Onslaught, but you can spam it. Each one dealing more damage than the last. And now here's the downside to it. It does not build meter, as you saw. And so, as you saw, the first one is the weakest of the three. And as you can see, it does not build meter. Now here's the real downside. If it just didn't build meter, it wouldn't be that bad. However, as stated earlier, the first throw is the weakest. Now the full meter buff still gets applied, however, it is only to the first throw. As you can see. So not only is it slower to getting to full meter, but you are going to be doing less damage in the long run. Now, you may have noticed the second meter below the big one that is consistently going down. That is how long you have before your determination runs out. You may have noticed that every time I leveled up my determination, it restocked. That is because if it goes down to 0, you will lose your determination. But if you level up your determination, you will reset the timer. As you can see, the timer is almost up. And as you just saw, the meter fully went down, and now I'm back to level 0. Now, I want to go over the resolve mechanic of the axe. As you see, as I perform the charge attacks, my character will flash orange. If I get hit during this state, I will not get knocked back, and I will only take 50% damage. While it is nice, it can unfortunately get you killed in some very specific times. But it is just a nice feature for the axe if you can time it correctly. Now, let's go over mods. I'll start with Volatile Canteen. I can't exactly show you it, but if you consume tonics and stuff like that, they will have 50% effectiveness. Furious Axe Core. It's just, you gain more meter. As you can see. You gain more meter. That's really it. Volatile Axe Core. Charging attacks as AoEs. Pretty simple. Not much to it. I mean, if you want, you can run meme build and just do this. Oh, it goes up to a certain point. Interesting. Next mod. Lightweight Haft. Basically, all it does is increase your move speed for the first part, the charging part of Horizontal Edge, and also makes it so it doesn't require stamina. Pretty niche unless you're spamming that move. Now onto the last and best mod. Overcharged Cylinder. Pretty self-explanatory. It just makes it so you can get up to level 4 determination. This is the mod I mentioned earlier. And it is by far the best. Now you will recall, by default you can only get up to level 3 determination. However, if you have the Overcharged Cylinder mod, you can bump up to level 4, giving you a free 75% damage. That is no joke. You get the big boy buff. It is very nice to have. And if you plan on using the axe, I recommend getting the Overcharged Cylinder and Grim Onslaught as soon as you can. They're going to be in the Slayer's path, with Overcharged Cylinder being at the end and Grim Onslaught being right here. Right at the light the way point. They are very good. I'd very much recommend getting them as soon as you can if you plan on using the axe. Now on to how the axe can interrupt. It is a heavy weapon, so everything in its arsenal can interrupt, also known as booping. every hit you see me doing here can interrupt. However, that is not that safe. The safest tool that the axe has for interrupting is its special. Very safe and very easy, as long as you can time it correctly. Some attacks can be a bit sketchy, but it is your safest option. Now, let's say you don't have your special ready. Then, all you'd want to do is jump to the side and swing. Typically, left is the safer option, but right can also work. Or, let's say you want to go for style points. You can simply just perform a charge. Or you can wood chopper for the memes. That's pretty much it for the axe. Let's move on to the demonstration run. Uh, Come on, Shark, that's good. Now, remember this is a demonstration run on how to use the axe, not a build video. Yes, this build is viable, but it's not highly optimized.